By the way, we can go regular schedule next week.
Cool.
If it works for you dudes.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
So Ryan is going to be handling Eikooc during combat, and I'll handle him in any kind of role-playing, talking kind of thing that needs to be done.
Nice.
So when we started our adventure last time,
I need to open up my notes.
the group had come to Saltmarsh with the chasing the promise of great fortunes on a piece of parchment that was on the mage that Theren and Brynn killed in their backstory, saying come to the graveyard, and then the rest of the note was destroyed, so you don't really know what's promised besides great fortune. When you got to Saltmarsh, you learned a little bit about the graveyard. Eikooc had a little run-in with the card-playing guy with the big hat called Meoth. And then you guys heard about this haunted house and decided to go check it out. So,
That was the gambler guy? Yeah.
So I'll bring us back to the haunted house here. So you guys went into the bottom floor, saw that there were some tracks, went into this secret door, and found yourself in a cellar where you found a dead body with some plate mail and another secret door, upon which when you opened it you found out that you were ambushed by some bandits who had heard you coming into the haunted house.
Still looking for saving?
And they almost killed a bunch of us.
They got the
True.
jump on you guys, yeah. So you guys had just finished looting all of the footlockers, and Theren had gone over to Kelnozz, and using his dragoon spell, Lay on Hands, a copper arc of lightning just kind of really briefly shot out, gave him 1 hit point of life, and then Kelnozz awoke.
I'm gonna take my.
So
After
where you guys are.
I got like slaughtered by arrows and stuff.
Well, we can take a breather and use some hit dice.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Shelby.
Hello.
Yoo-hoo.
Hello.
Yeah, let's do some hit dice here.
So if you do a short rest, you have to stay here for an hour. You have to rest for an hour.
Okay, I don't need to rest, so I
Me
will
neither.
stand guard.
Yeah, I'll stand guard. What's your name, Scott?
Theren.
Theren.
Make an intelligence check. Any of you?
I'm pretty dumb.
I'm also
Oh
not.
my god.
Did you get it? Oh. Alright, well that's gotta be better than what I'm gonna do.
So it occurs to you guys that you guys were just ambushed, and it's possible that these were not the only people in the room, or in that, not the room, but in the building. And you can't really get a good, solid rest of an hour. You guys are all too alert, too on guard. You guys haven't really searched the room yet. You see to the left of you, or not to the left, but to the western side is a dilapidated and broken set of stairs. Doesn't look like you can get up them. And to the east, you see 2 doors, and the door on the very furthest down to the east there, if you see my ping there, has a heavy wooden rail that's been, or a beam rather, that's been put across it that is shows sign of being kind of bent outwards, or you can tell even from here. What do you guys do?
My friends.
What's down here?
Where, sir?
Sorry, the stairs.
The stairs are like a broken set of stairs. There's like a few steps on the bottom landing that are still intact, and then the rest is kind of gone. And then you can see like a hanging portion of just a few stairs on the top. If you want, you can make a an insight check or an investigation.
Let's do that.
Ooh.
Nothing occurs, so you just think it's a broken set of stairs.
Okay. Well, what do you think, fellows?
My
I
friend,
think
I'm extremely injured.
indeed. Um,
Perhaps we should quickly search this room and make back for the tavern and regather our thoughts.
I
Kicking our asses.
I hate to leave evil unvanquished in here, but I don't know. We could live to vanquish evil another day as well.
Is there anyone here who has the power to heal our wounds?
I have some slight powers in that regard, but I don't think
I can cure
gonna be
wounds.
sufficient.
Perhaps we should take a closer look around. This room seems unsafe.
I check for traps.
Ooh, roll an investigation check.
Isn't there like a detect traps skill?
No.
I don't know.
No. Too specific.
I'll take a look as well.
Okay.
Yeah, let's search this room more thoroughly.
Say which part you guys are searching, so I can. Theren, you're searching kind of in this table area maybe, and you just find some kind of discarded plates and cups that are kind of dirty, nothing of value.
I'm gonna look down the stairs and down like broken steps.
They're
There.
up. It's like it's up. Sorry. It's
Oh, it's up. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So it leads up into. Well, you don't know where up it leads, but up into the ceiling.
So I'm kind of like peering up in between the cracked stairs.
Okay. You see when you look in the cracked stairs that it's like another secret door, another trap door at top. So it's just another. It's just like more ceiling that it leads up to. But
And
as
do
you
I
scan-
hear? Sorry, go ahead.
So as you scan this area, well, you're over here, right? I guess, did you move this guy?
Yeah, I moved the wrong person.
Okay, so yeah, I thought you were in that area because when you are looking over in this area, your eyes trail from the ceiling over to the area over here where there's some shelves, and you detect a secret door over here.
Down here? Oh.
Brynn, did you roll an investigation check?
I have not yet. I will. I'm selected on me. Investigation.
Nice. So you look over here and you find there is a cache, and you find a couple simple weapons, a couple long swords, and at the bottom of the crate you find a bottle of a healing potion that looks like it has enough for 2 doses in it.
Ooh,
That could come in handy.
indeed. Do we have a way of restoring our health, or should we quaff this right away?
I think we should quaff the shit out of that.
So there's enough for two doses, 2 gulps essentially, that will give you.
Perhaps I might quench my thirst for life.
Yes, I sit at the table here, brush off some dusty mugs on the table, and pour 2 beverages.
Okay.
And what kind of healing?
It is just a normal healing potion, so if you guys both drink a dose, then you each regain 2d4 plus 2 healing points.
Ah, nectar of the gods.
Sorry, what was it again?
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2. 6. Haha! That exactly hits the spot.
Good find.
Eikooc over here is still looking a little ragged.
Yeah, but nobody likes him.
Hey,
Oh, he's
that
here.
was not honorable.
You know, I'm just joking, Yak. We go way back. I can hit you with like little cure wounds action. Let me give you a back rub.
Ooh. Thank you very much.
How does that feel?
It feels like the nectar of the gods.
Can we, like, is there anything to see in this?
Yeah, let's check out this secret zone.
Intrigued by the secret door.
It's essentially just a door that is made to look like the wall around it. A small shelf had been, it's like right next to it. It looks like maybe this door had been hastily closed behind it. Otherwise, it looks like maybe it usually would be slid over to cover it.
Well, I checked the door for traps.
As far as you can tell, the door is not trapped.
All right. I see if it's locked or anything.
Just 1 second
Is it locked?
here. Sorry, hold on. I'm just caught unaware at the moment.
Oh, alrighty.
Yeah, sorry. It is not locked.
Okay. I gently open the door and peer behind it.
When you open the door, you see that the wall is no longer as man-made as the inside of the cellar. It has a more natural hue to it, and you think that you've entered into more of a sea cave here. You can feel some fresh air on you and the smell of water as you open the door.
Alright, guys, get behind me. I'll
Eikooc
take the
says,
lead.
Oh, wonder what they barred in that door with that door.
Can't be anything good.
Better left undisturbed.
Well, maybe the sailors are trapped down here. We need to find out what happened to them.
Sailors. Those were that was where was it? Yeah, wait, I have it written down here. Taden Bay shipwreck. There's a shipment missing from the Taden Bay shipwreck. Is that right?
Well, yeah, but we're not going for that right now.
Right.
There's missing seamen, and we're
Gross.
yeah.
I'm always looking for that seaman. Or those seamen.
All right.
Frantically.
All right, fall in, my friends. Evil likely lurks this way.
Proceed with caution with my
Yeah.
bow.
I peek around the corner here.
Lead the way.
The ground here is kind of uneven, but but someone has put down mats to try and make it easier to walk. Just give me 1 second here. I just gotta get some things set up.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna cast my second level 1 spell. I'm gonna dress up like one of the disguise myself like one of the bandits we just killed.
Oh, nice. Okay. Perfect.
So I'm gonna walk up ahead, and I kind of gesture that I've got it under control, and I start walking forward.
Cool. I nod and stay at a distance away, but still within sight.
Okay. Just gonna make most of this available.
Cool.
Okay, so as you walk down the cavern here, make a perception check.
Yes, I can do that.
In the distance, you hear the sound of waves, and you no longer hear any rumbling clouds or thunder from the storm, but nothing else echoes through the cavern.
I motion to the other guys that it looks safe, and I kind of motion for them to come and catch up.
I catch up. Muster the courage. Unity.
Splitting the party there, Ryan.
In the party.
That's what you guys did last time.
It's true.
Before you get
It
too
worked. It
close
was
there,
super effective.
how are you guys walking here?
I'm trying to walk up ahead of everyone else.
I'm trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
So I'll roll a stealth.
Don't rely too much on this grid. Say what you're doing. So,
I'm
Brynn
stealthily
rolls.
creeping along this wall.
Yeah, Brynn.
Whoops.
Okay.
Oh god. Don't I have like advantage on those or something? Where's these rules?
On stealth rolls?
Maybe.
No, I don't think so. You have advantage on initiative rolls.
Initiative, yeah.
And you can also meditate for a certain amount of time and detect any number of your special favorite enemies. So, for instance, I think if you had stood around for 10 minutes and detected, you could tell exactly how many people are in this cavern, assuming they're all humanoids.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so as you approach, Kelnozz, you were being not stealthy, and neither was Brynn.
Yeah, I was trying to stay far enough ahead of the party.
Okay.
I-
Brynn, how are you walking / what are you doing?
I was trying to walk stealthily along this corridor
Sorry.
tucked up against the wall here,
Getting used
but
to the names. I meant Theren, sorry.
So I'm following. Sorry, what's your character's name again, Kevin?
Kelnozz.
I'm following behind Kelnozz, but not like directly behind him. I'm staying like far enough back I can still keep him in sight, but trying to stay around the corners so that
Go ahead.
I'm basically out of sight.
But where you are on the map there is pretty accurate?
Yeah,
When you say
I'd be
far
like,
back?
well, maybe further back. I don't know, around the corner here.
Okay.
Like I saw him go by, and then
So, Kelnozz, as you approach, disguised as this bandit that attacked you earlier, as you get close here, you can see that there are three other bandits that are standing, and it looks like they're having like a brief argument. They're talking to each other, and they're you can't quite hear what they're making out. Brynn, they're so involved in what they're saying. Not Brynn, sorry. Yes, Brynn. Sorry. They're so involved in their argument, they don't see you coming at all. So you are hidden from them right now, and they don't really see anything. Kelnozz, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna approach them.
Okay.
I say, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm like, oi, yeah, landlubbers, why are you lazing about?
All three of you just kind of turned and stared at you when you approached. And the one in front says, Dejan, what are you doing here? And then kind of looks around you and sees in the distance that Brynn, or not Brynn, but Theren, is standing, just down the corridor a little. He goes, who you got there? New recruits?
Yeah, that's right. You guys are supposed to be on guard, aren't you?
Well, what does it look like we're doing? We're supposed
Looks
to be
like
at
you're-
your post.
It looks like you guys aren't paying attention. You let me sneak up on you.
Was it you who set off the Sand Ballet's spell?
It was one of the new recruits. It's their first day. I mean,
Rookies.
yeah. Bunch of
You saying it's a false alarm?
scallywags, yes.
Roll a deception check. Whew.
Woo! That's a good roll.
Now, the boss mentioned that you should empty your pockets and give me all of your valuables. He's collecting them.
They all just laugh exactly like Scott and Ryan just did. And then they seem to relax a little bit.
Have you guys have you seen anything back here recently?
No. When we heard the noise up above, we thought that there were more adventurers here snooping around, but no, we've just been organizing all the contraband, getting it ready for the next shipment.
Nice. When is that shipment coming?
They look a little confused for a second and say, well, it's probably going to be another week.
Ah, yes, of course.
What are you doing, Brynn and Theren?
I'm just watching this interaction go down because I know he was dressed up, right?
They're still,
Yes.
But
they're still dressed up.
I'm keeping my bow like at the ready and like kind of creepily peeking around the corner.
Okay. Theren?
I'm like squinting as if I can't really see too well, and kind of like looking around confused.
I'm going to gesture over them. Get to Ryan and Scott. Come here, guys. I want to introduce you to the rest of the crew.
All right, I stumble down this corridor.
I look back at the bandits in front of me and I sort of point to the new guys. Bunch of lollygaggers standing around all day. We got to whip them into ship shape.
Bristol fashion.
The scouts, or the bandits rather, say, well, that's a really great, Denjin. Why don't you go bring them over to Sandballet and tell them it's a false alarm and introduce them to the new recruits?
Sure, that's a great idea. You'll have to.
He's in the caves. Just take a right when you head back over to the cellar.
Oh yeah, of course.
They
Well,
go
you
back-
keep your eyes peeled for any trouble, and you let me know if anything happens. All right?
He says, "Buzz off, Denjin," and they go back to their arguments.
Denjin, is that right? Is that his name?
Dejin.
Denjin.
D-E-G-E-N.
Denjin. Got it.
How long does disguise? Oh, it's
That's
an
what
hour.
I'm looking up right now.
I'm pretty sure it's an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue up here. And what was the name of the guy that we were gonna check with for the alarm?
Does anyone remember?
Let me look.
It was like Sally something.
Sally.
I'm not gonna tell you just for the hell of this deception.
Ah, fuck.
Sorry.
Damn you.
Okay.
What was the guy?
I didn't write down his name.
Description that you just gave. I took notes last time.
What was your question, Ryan?
What guy was there?
The 3 bandits here told you to go talk to someone, and they said a name, but you guys can't.
I didn't write it down.
I will tell you it as soon as this becomes no longer so important to Kevin's deception.
Damn it. Damn you.
Okay, let me just make sure here. So what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna continue to the east here.
Corner.
Okay.
Take the lead, Kelnozz or Dejin.
Call me Digit.
So as you approach this here, you see there are 4 figures in this room. This cavern, like the passage leading to it, is well lit by torches held in simple iron brackets around the walls. You can see 5 small bolts of cloth stacked against the wall to your left, and to your right are 8 small casks in a neat row. You can see there is a hobgoblin, 2 bandits, and in the back of the cavern here you see a tall man with a shaved head, and even from here you can see he has piercing green eyes, and he has this billowing smoke around him. He has this pipe in his hand, and this smoke is billowing around him. Make a perception check.
Here we go. Oof.
The smoke just looks strange to you. And he says, "Who goes there? Go no further."
It's me, Digit. I come bearing news.
What is the news?
It was a false alarm. Nothing to worry about.
Make a deception check. Okay.
Everything's under control.
Sambalay narrows his eyes and says, "You talk very strange for Dejin. In fact, I don't believe you are that idiot at all."
But Sambalay, how would I know your name? How would I know your name unless I was Digit?
Roll initiative.
Damn you, Bob.
He rolled a 20 on his insight, so...
Oh, did you open the thing yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
Advantage on initiative. Oh, Can you change that to 6? Oh, I can change it myself. Aha. And this guy.
Oh boy.
This goblin, not hobgoblin, the hobgoblin, appears to be wearing this strangely bright colored scale mail. It looks like it's not made out of normal steel. Okay. Okay, Sandbillet is going to be the first to start. And he's going to cast Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
Wait, before we get into initiative, I want to give Brynn and Theren a chance to get into position. Were you guys close when the Kelnozz went in?
I probably
Yeah.
was a little bit further back around this corner to prevent myself from being seen to see
Yeah, I
if his
didn't want to
deception.
be seen either during his deception, so I would say I'd be like back here, kind of
Alright.
bow at the ready.
Kelnozz is getting roasted. Okay.
Ooh, we went with a 19. It wasn't quite enough.
Okay, does a 17 hit you?
I believe it does. Let me check. Yeah, my armor class is 14.
Okay, so that was actually... He has to do that 3 times. So I'll just do that again. 1 hit.
That's a hit and 2 hits.
No, that's 11.
Hmm.
Didn't you do it 3 times? 16, 17, 11?
No, because it's +5 each time. That +1 is an initiative roll for a monster.
Oh.
And 14 is, does that hit?
Ooh.
I have armor class 14.
Okay, so it hits. So he puts down his pipe and with his other hand extends 3 fingers to you, and 3 rays of fire lance out. One hits the cavern just to the right of your head, or to the left of your head. The other 2 hit you and streak through your body, giving you some wicked burns. So each one is going to be 2d6 fire damage. So I'll just roll 46.
I could die.
14 fire damage.
I'm down. I shout, Sandbillet! It's me! Taden! Ah!
As you say it, the disguise dispels. And
Damn it.
all right, Kelnozz, it is now your turn.
I
So,
will
make a
do a
death save.
survival check. Yeah. Here we go, boys.
Well, that didn't go very well. That was
Nice, you get
Oh.
2 successes.
Yeah. Okay.
natural 20.
Okay, next is Eikooc turn. So Ryan, go ahead for Cavern.
Okay. Now, I don't believe I have any spell slots left. But I can do cantrips, right? You can do those anytime.
Yeah.
I almost feel like we have to run.
That was pretty powerful, alright.
Like, that was super powerful. I couldn't survive 14 damage.
Well, I have my shield up. I can run in there and try to defend us, and you can fire at him from afar.
Okay, well, I will, with Eikooc, I'm going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
on
Give him hell.
the guy who just attacked. Firebolt is just one shot, right? That's like a 3-shot thing.
Yeah, it's
It's just one.
Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack.
Attacking. Oh, where'd my mouse go? Select the character. Oh,
Unfortunately, a 9 it doesn't hit anything.
whiff!
Okay, next is Theren.
Okay, I'll just double dash to about right here. And, you know, with my shield raised, I engage these two bandits.
Okay. Brynn, you're up.
Alright. I am going to get a little closer to Kelnozz. And what's this up here?
It's degen.
What's this thing, Borbs?
Oh, that's the wizard.
Oh, there's a wizard there. Okay.
He's a dude throwing fireballs.
He just do rays of fire, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to likely attack him with my bow, my long bow. I think I have a long bow. Long bow. And I get advantage because he has acted. Shit. He's the only guy that's acted, right?
Yeah, he rolled a 20 on his initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna attack Lion Face here then.
The hobgoblin?
The Hobgoblin. Is a Hobgoblin a humanoid?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. Just checking on that. And bowing him down. Where's my guy? Select. Longbow. Advantage would be a 22.
Ooh.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage.
11 plus 2 because he's a humanoid. So 13.
The hobgoblin is just turning and drawing his longsword, getting ready to slice up Theren, and your arrow takes him just in the neck. He grabs his neck and gargles blood, and falls down dead.
Oh, that was badass.
And now it is the minion's turn. This bandit is going to takes out a small short sword and takes 2 slashes at Theren. First one,
Nope.
miss. 14.
No.
No. Okay, so you know, with the hobgoblin gone down, you're able to focus on this bandit and just deflect all of her attacks.
It's badass.
This bandit is gonna run up and try and help her, though. Okay. So this bandit has a scimitar that he draws, and because he is now flanking you, he's going to have advantage. So that's one. That's the other.
Oh,
And,
the advantage gets me.
and you take 6 damage.
Yikes.
6 slashing damage as the scimitar. You're too busy deflecting the first bandit. The other one comes up, manages to get a good slice where your armor doesn't cover. And then next it's Sandblay's turn again. Back up to the top. He's gonna cast Color Spray. So first he rolls 60-10. Ooh, 44. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect in a 15-foot cone. So this is 1. 2, 1. He's just going to aim it here at Theren. Because he can't get everyone in the cone.
What does it do?
Starting with the creature with the lowest hit points. If each creature affected by this spell is blinded until the end of your next turn. Yeah. And there's no save. This is kind of like sleep, but instead of sleeping you, it makes you blind. So, Brynn, while you're deflecting, as you get sliced from behind, you see Sandbelay raise his hand, and a huge flash of color just sprays in your face, blinding you. And once the color fades, you just black for a few seconds. So you're gonna have disadvantage on some of your attacks. Kelnozz, go ahead.
I'll be rolling
saving
a...
throw.
Yeah.
One fail.
So I have 2 success, 1 fail right now.
Yeah. Okay, Eikooc is up. So Ryan, you need to.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Okay. He really doesn't have a lot. Could we, could I ask for an asterisk?
What's the asterisk?
He has this ability called Arcane Recovery. That's once a day,
That's during a short rest.
during a short rest. Do you think have we had a short rest at all, or has it just been?
No.
No, a short
Oh,
rest.
that was the hour that we talked about earlier.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
you're right. Okay. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Firebolt on the wizard.
Okay. Is he gonna move at all before he fires? He can move afterwards too, for that matter.
No, I think
move
he's
at all.
gonna. I think he's gonna stay there.
Okay.
Just stay like in the background, lobbing some firebolts. 12.
At 12, you're hitting Sandbelay.
Yeah.
Yep, you hit him.
Oh wow.
He's
Nice.
a wizard. He's not wearing any armor that you can see.
2
fire
damage. Oh, that was a D10 too. That's awful.
Okay. Sandbelay sees this firebolt and dodges, but still gets a singe on his cheek and just kind of smirks it off. Next is
Nice.
Theren's turn.
Okay, I'm like blinded and flanked. I put up my shield and I back to the wall here, and I take the dodge action to try and cancel out all the advantage they have on me. How long does the blinding last? Does it say anything about that?
The end of Sandblay's next turn, I believe.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I do for this turn.
Yeah. Okay. It is Brynn's turn.
So I'm going to move. First, I'm gonna move. Where's the measuring thing?
It's just 5
So,
feet
yeah,
per
you go-
square.
Yeah. The measuring thing.
All right. I'm gonna start like bounding across these rolls of carpet, and I'm gonna stick an arrow at the wizard who's color spraying
Sure. Go ahead.
with magic jizz. He's taken an action, so it doesn't have advantage. So it would be an 11.
An 11. That's a hit.
Oh my god. He's got an awful AC.
Get him.
12 plus 2 is 14 damage. Wow. Why can't I roll like that on Kevin?
Well, you're adding something on that too, right?
Yeah.
You catch him with an arrow right in the shoulder, and he's fool. Next is the minion.
Ooh, he
sir.
survived 14 damage? My god.
What a
Watch over
beast.
this guy.
The bandit here sees that Brynn has got a bead on Sandblade and is going to run over here. Can you put yourself on a square here, Ryan? Just so I know where you are.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do the
Trying to,
same.
like,
So
I was
many
trying to, like,
assets.
I guess maybe here, because I'm trying to, like, bound over these,
Mhm.
or, like, tuck myself in with these rugs, or whatever these are.
Your agility as a ranger just lets you do that naturally. Like you're able to
Yeah,
foot
natural
on
exploring.
on these rugs where other people would probably trip. But this guy's gonna run up to you and attack. Theren, you
Can I
have,
do?
it will be a disadvantage. But
Right.
You can do it.
Okay.
Do it!
I kind of swing wildly with my mace.
13 hits. Go ahead and
Wow.
roll damage.
Get him.
Okay, so you catch this guy as he's leaving, and you give him a really heavy thunk on his shoulder, which seems to kind of slump a bit, but he doesn't stop from his approach to Brynn, and he attacks with his scimitar. Whew. And does 4 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Slices into you just as you finish celebrating your attack on Sandblade.
Oh, that was such a good attack!
The other bandit is gonna try and take advantage of this blinded dragoon in front of her, and will be at not advantage because of his blinded, because of your dodge action. So first attack misses. Second attack misses with a 14. Scott?
Oh, me? Yeah, it's a miss.
Yeah.
Scott's a paladin in, like,
Yeah, that shield
steel
is.
armor or something at
In
this point.
Super good.
In this setting, Theren is a dragoon.
Dragoon.
Okay,
This is a different name for paladin, really.
well, there you go.
But,
Dragoon
so
with
she
armor.
misses you both times as you slash wildly. She can't really get in to get a good hit because of how wildly you're moving. On Sandblade's turn, back to the top. He's going to look at Brynn here with disgust.
Oh, damn!
And
My
then
weakness.
You see him looking at you. Man, he starts to make an incantation. Make a wisdom saving throw. With advantage.
With advantage?
Mhm.
12.
Okay. So you see him looking at you, and suddenly you realize that Sandblade here is a really great guy. You guys have like interrupted him and lied to him, and it seems really, really unfair that you guys have done that.
Yeah.
And You feel really angry at your companions, but Sandbelly is your good buddy, and you are charmed.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Now, hang on a second, though. As an elf, can you not resist
He-
charm?
He got advantage from it, from on his saving throw.
Ah.
Yeah.
Damn
Sorry, I bungled that one up.
right.
Yeah. So you are charmed until the spell ends, which is an hour, or until you and your companions do anything harmful to you. You regard Sandbelay as a friendly acquaintance. So, but you're not like hypnotized in such way like he can't kill you to kill yourself. But right now you're feeling like anger towards your companions, and he is like a good guy to you in your eyes.
You guys make me so mad.
Kelnozz, go ahead and make another saving throw, and Theren, you're no longer blind.
Yeah.
Okay, you stabilize.
So I'm stable, right?
Yeah, you're
Does
stable.
that mean I have 1 hit point?
No, it means you're unconscious,
Okay.
but not dying.
I'm helping.
Eikooc turn.
So Yook's gonna stay put where he is still, and he's gonna try and get Salazar with a firebolt. That's not his name. You there! Firebolted!
That hits.
He's got a hit. 7!
7, okay. Sandboy grimaces as the firebolt gets him full on and gives him a wicked burn along his neck.
Wicked burn!
He needs to make a Constitution
Wow.
saving throw to maintain concentration on the charm spell. And he does maintain his concentration. Yeah.
And he's still alive?
Yep.
Horse shit.
Oh,
Taking 21 damage. More than
Well, he's a
3 of
boss.
our health combined.
He's probably like level 3 or something.
Theren, you are up.
I, shake my head and snap out of it. And then seeing the mage, I wheel around kind of this way, still staying near this other guy. But close enough to this guy to give him a bash on the noggin with my mace.
Walloping. Good
Give him a
old-fashioned
good
walloping. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
That's what I'm
damage.
talking about. 9
National.
bludgeoning.
Alright, how do you want to kill him?
Oh, I smash my mace into his skull, and blood splatters across the wall, and he crumples into a mess.
Alright.
That was ice cold.
Cold-blooded.
Brynn, you immediately feel your mind clear, and you no
Ah.
longer feel angry at your friends. And it's your turn.
All right.
I'm hurt. Ugh.
Yep.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's this?
You're groaning over there. Groaneroo. Literally nothing I can do about it. We finished drinking minutes ago. And I
Carry me on your back.
Well, there's still guys. We're still fighting here, Unconcho.
I need help.
Alright. Brynn, go ahead. There's no unconscious talking.
Back earlier when I got those long swords, is a long sword better than a short sword? I would assume so.
I can look it up. I have the book.
It's 1d6 versatile, or is it 1d8? I think it's 1d8 versatile, 1d10. It's a martial weapon. It's not light like a short sword is. So it's better in some ways.
Okay. Sword. I use strength or dex to. No, I still use dex, right?
I'd say use strength. You don't think you can use
Strength
dex?
for a longsword. I like dex though. Ah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it simple and stick with my short sword, trusty old shorty, and stab at the bandit in front of me.
Okay, go ahead.
Size character. 12.
12 is a hit.
Aha! 7 damage, plus 2 for being a humanoid. So 9 damage.
You turn to him with your short sword and stab him in the gut. And he struggles for a second and then falls over dead.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Got it. Like a fish.
Okay, on the bandit's turn. Ryan, go ahead and make a perception check for Eikooc.
Go ahead and do that. Oh, they're sneaking up behind us, aren't they? Hopefully you can survive. Sorry, that's my character sheet. It is really confusing having 2 character sheets open at once. Perception. Oh, he's not perceiving shit.
He is totally blindsided when another bandit and another hobgoblin come running up.
Oh, Jesus.
What's going on over here? Now back to the top. Sandbelay is gone. Kelnozz is unconscious. Alright, Eikooc, you can hear these people coming. You can't quite see this hobgoblin here, but you can see a portion of this bandit coming around the corner. He's in the midst of coming, so you can't see him great.
Okay.
You hear him.
I am going to different spell. I'm going to cast a minor illusion.
Okay, what is your illusion?
My illusion is a puff of smoke, like a ninja might drop.
Ooh.
Right here to like block line of sight.
Okay. So a opaque, thick cloud of smoke and mist appears to linger in a 5-foot cube in the cavern opening there. Theren, your turn.
Hold on.
Oh,
After
go
I
ahead.
cast that,
Sure.
I am
Yeah.
going to move.
Fair enough.
Oh no, I'm still on draw. There we go. So I can go 30 feet, so 5, 10. Am I really small or really big? Kevin was really big,
He's
right?
really big. He's like
He's a Goliath.
7-8 feet tall or something like that.
Okay. What are my chances of being able to pick up Kelnozz here? Or is the illusion basically my action and I'm just moving now?
You can just basically move. You can do a bonus action if you have one, and you can move, but you've used your action.
Okay. So 10, 15, 20. I'll move to here. There's someone coming! Or, there's someone coming.
Alright, Theren, you're up.
Okay. Unfazed by the brutal murder of my first adversary, I don't even pause when I just swing around and smash this other person in the face.
Damn.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Whoa.
The bandit tries to deflect your attack with your short sword, but your swing is too powerful, and she just manages to blunt the damage a little bit as it hits her. Brynn?
I'm gonna clamber over this way and fire an arrow at the bandit.
Okay.
14?
A 14 hits.
6, 7, 8 damage.
Your arrow catches her in the gut, and he cries out in pain and starts to run, using all of her energy to try and keep herself safe from you guys. She runs over here. Drops
Alright,
the
I'll try to
blade and says, "Drop your weapons, or I'll kill him." And these guys are going to come up here.
Did she invoke an attack of opportunity on the 2 people she ran through?
She used the disengage action.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a second. Wouldn't that only work on me and not on Eikooc?
No, I think it's just your movement does not invoke attack of opportunity.
Damn, she got away.
Well, she didn't. She's very close to you guys. She only got 30 feet.
That's true.
Okay, so now it is back up to Eok's turn. Ryan?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what to do here. Let's see. Not a lot of options here.
You still got the trusty old firebolt.
Yeah. I think I have to try and zap her with a firebolt. Seems like the only logical thing. Try and get her to drop Kelnozz. Oh, firebolt to the forehead.
Don't miss.
11.
You are too concerned with hitting Kelnozz, and your firebolt goes wide. Misses her.
Oh.
Now it's Theren's turn.
Theren will charge forward and take another swing at the bandit.
Ooh, a 9. Misses. She sees you coming and moves out of the way of your mace. Brynn?
Oh my god, she's dodging everything?
Missing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, I'll get a little closer and I am going to I guess I have to try and arrow her. Bam.
Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
11.
As she dodges away from Theren's mace, her head moves into your arrow and
Ooh.
into the eye, dead.
Dead. She dead.
But now that she's dead, you can see that behind her another hobgoblin has run up, and there's a bandit behind him as well. Let's see.
Remind them who I am. Oh no, my spell is over, right?
Yeah. Because your concentration surely ends while you're unconscious.
Literally by definition.
The hobgoblin's just going to take a step forward and try to take a swing at Theren.
Oh, how dare you!
You take 5 slashing damage.
Dear God.
That's not very nice.
And the other one behind it readies a crossbow. He's gonna try and shoot you as well. You're really the only one he can see very well. But I'm gonna give you a +5 to your AC because you're pretty well obscured from this hobgoblin that's towering over, trying to attack you. Didn't even need it. So crossbow just, you don't even see it. It hits the wall before it even gets close to you. Back up to Eikooc turn.
Okay, Eikooc is going to firebolt. The front guy, whiff.
That is a massive whiff. Your Eikooc spell just fizzles.
Sparkly hand.
Alright,
Nope.
Theren.
I think I'm going to take the dodge action again this round. In an attempt to survive.
Okay. Brynn.
Brynn's gonna bow him down. Here it comes. Longbow of justice.
Is that a 9?
That's just
A 9 does not hit. It hits his chainmail and just falls to the ground.
This is not going to end well.
Okay, the hobgoblin is going to take another swing at you. And it's at the disadvantage, so it's going to miss for sure. There you go. Was there in there. This big long sword coming at you, but you see it coming the entire time. You block or move as you wish. And then this bandit, same deal. It's going to try and attack you, but you're pretty well obscured from this thing. So that doesn't hit you. Back up to Eikooc.
Eikooc is gonna firebolt him again. Yeah. 19.
Okay.
9 fire damage. Ho ho ho!
You catch the hobgoblin. You catch the hobgoblin in the chest, and these sparks flare up and start to singe some of the hair that is around his face and head. He yells in extreme pain and just seems to be enraged for a second, but is still on his feet.
Ooh.
Theren, this hobgoblin looks very badly hurt,
Shooter!
but he's also heavily armored. He's got a chainmail and a shield.
We still have Brynn to go and another crossbowman. I'll take the dodge action again.
Okay.
Ooh, defensive play.
Doing the tank roll.
Tank roll.
Tanking like a tank.
Getting in there with that shield, dodging, absorbing the hits.
I got 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
I have to hold out it all hope here.
Guy, it's all over. Like, you're the only thing holding him back.
Okay, Brynn, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna blast him with my longbow. Longbow blast. 13.
13 misses.
Oh.
His shield is up, and arrow just harmlessly hits it. His turn again. Okay, it's going to be disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Is this a 16 hit?
No,
Oh.
Damn.
All right.
that was close.
You just barely get your... Are you wearing a shield?
Yeah.
You barely get your shield up in time to stop this longsword that would have just sliced your neck in half, basically. Your arm feels numb from the impact. Brynn,
Well,
you're up.
I'm up again?
Ryan, yuck.
Oh, yuck. Firebolt. Firebolt and
Oh,
that shit up.
yes.
18! Big 2. Big 2 damage.
Your fireball, as he lifts his sword up to try and slice Theren, your fireball gets him under the arm, and again just ignites all this dark, coarse hair that comes out from underneath his armpit, and he screams before just falling down, and you can see the life wink out of him.
Winking the life out of him.
And this bandit behind him sees the hobgoblin drop. His eyes go wide in fear, and he just drops his crossbow and puts his hands up and says,
Ooh.
I surrender.
Interrogation time.
Tie him up, boys.
I like come a little bit forward and say, listen, if you value your life, you had best tell us everything about what you and your friends were doing here. And I'm also very menacing as I say this, so I intimidate the heck out of him. Oh, it's a little bit of intimidation.
6.
Yeah.
He says, hey, are you alright, buddy? You don't look so good yourself. He's talking about how terribly wounded you look. Doesn't seem
Arm falling off.
I have plenty of fight left. The servants of Waraganon don't quit easily.
Just don't hurt me, alright? They don't pay me enough for this.
How many of you are in here anyway?
Let's see, there's 1. He starts counting on his fingers. He runs out of, you mean humans, right?
Any
I
of
think there was
those
like
who are in your
12,
company?
Or, the one after 12.
Oh wow.
We got the smartest one remaining.
Well, tell me what was in the next week's shipment?
It's always the same stuff. It's this bolts of cloth and weapons, and sometimes other contraband, whiskey.
Have you seen any sailors around here? Any seamen?
He says, well, what do you mean? We're all sailors. Who are you people anyway?
I think we should tie him up. He's gonna get away.
No, don't tie me up. I'll just leave. It'll
No.
be okay.
We can't let you escape. You're gonna go tell the others.
He starts backing up.
I fire an arrow at him
Okay, go ahead.
to attempt to silence him.
An 8 misses. And he reaches for his scimitar. And says, I'm getting out of here. Screw you guys. And he's gonna start running. Theren, do you want to do anything before you start running?
Um, yeah, okay, I'll chase him and give him a swing of my mace.
Sure. Okay.
Ooh, sad.
We'll just say that for brevity's sake, you chase him down, and in his fear, he drops his scimitar and just submits, basically.
Okay. I tie him up
Gag him.
and gag him.
Okay. Make a dexterity check to tie the rope.
And then check him for semen. Clues to the semen, of course.
Okay, you tie what feels like a pretty solid knot. And you gag him.
Okay. We'll bring this brigand to justice. In the meantime, I move over here and I give another little, back rub to this guy. How do I do that? I have to click on this. I lay on hands you for 1 hit point. Rise, ally.
Scott's after the semen again.
Theren places his hand on Kelnozz, and again, just one arc crack of copper lightning lances out and hits Kelnozz, and provides 1 hit point of health restoration. Okay, Brynn, what are you doing while this is happening?
Seeing that he's now well secured, I guess I'll just kind of search the room, search the bodies. I'm sure Eikooc would scurry over to the wizard, being a wizard himself and liking magical items. So he'll be digging through the wizard's robes, looking for more clues about semen.
Before you move back over there, Theren. So you're looking through here, sorry?
Yeah, this little room that we're in, like,
Okay.
he's gonna be searching the wizard. I'm gonna,
Make an
search the
investigation check.
bodies, see if there's any clues or keys or maps or anything like that.
Okay, roll an investigation check. This is happening while you're doing the lay on hands, Theren, which is why I
Yeah,
moved
while,
you back.
while he's here. That's
Okay.
right. Sorry, a perception or
An
investigation?
investigation check.
This is Eikooc. He's got a +4. Oh, well, that sucked. And then for me, I've got 0 advantage, but rolled higher, 15. So 9 for Eikooc and 15 for myself. Kind of looking in 2 different areas, though.
Okay. You don't find anything that's particularly hidden or secret in this room, even though you do a pretty thorough look. But there is lots of stuff that you find here while you're looking through San Belay and the bandits that are on the ground. They have some stuff here. You find on San Belay that he has this very ornate, very fancy-looking pipe that is mostly wooden, but extremely well polished, and curves up, is pretty large. What you and I might think of like a Sherlock Holmes pipe. He also has a set of gaming dice that look like they would probably be worth about 20 gold pieces. On the Hobgoblin, you guys remember that you originally thought his scale mail armor was like a light-colored metal, something a bit different than normal steel. As you get close to it, you notice that the scale mail is made out of tin, which is usually not a metal that's used for armor. But this stuff, even though it looks like tin, it still feels extremely hard. And you notice that the scales and the leather fixtures around the armor have been kind of all designed to look like symbolism of fish and fishermen. and it very much has like a almost like a sea salt smell to this armor. And in addition to that, you guys take a quick look around at the contraband. There's 5 bolts of silk, each are worth about 50 gold pieces. There's 8 casks of brandy that are worth about 10 gold pieces. And that's what you find in this room.
So how do we
Is it
divide?
to like carry this stuff, like bolts of cloth and
Yeah,
or bolts of
silk.
silk?
Make a perception check, Theren, and... Well, actually, before we do that, Kelnozz, what are you doing as you stand up and get your health back?
I'm dusting off my outfit. Oh, what happened? I'm gonna stand up on my feet.
You missed a fierce battle, but of course we prevailed.
Thank the gods.
Alright, Theren and Kelnozz, make perception checks.
Oof. Classic. Kevin rolls.
Theren, you can hear the sound of struggling as the bandit is trying to break the ropes, but he seems like he's unable to. And he's trying to get your... also trying to make noise. He seems like he's trying to get your attention.
Okay. I walk over to him and say, "Silence, you! Quit squirming. You're
Can we do a perception check to try to interpret what he's saying?
You can hear what he's saying very well, but that's all you can hear, so...
Alright, I'll ungag you for a moment, but you better not cry out or it'll be your last
It says,
thing.
just thinking, maybe you can let me go if I promise to show you to where Sam Belay's office was, where he kept his stuff. Then I can go, right?
I would say, what do we care about that stuff, guys? We did just defeat the bandit leader, but we should see what he was up to or who he was
Might as
working.
well loot his office.
It's not about loot, Brynn. It's about finding the greater evil here and
But
make
he
sure
might
we
have
put a stop to it.
something tasty to drink in there. I mean, we did just find 10 casks of brandy. Like, what do you think he's got in his personal stash? In his office?
Eikooc
I
says,
don't know. Sounds pretty good to me.
Eikooc says, this wizard did not have a spellbook.
Ooh.
That's unusual. Well, let's find out who he was working for, if anyone.
Are you gonna untie this guy?
I'm not going to
Well,
untie him,
he's
but I'm going to
he's
let
gonna
him...
stay tied, but he's going to lead us there.
His arms are tied. His legs are not tied.
Yeah, he can hop around.
Yeah, I can, like, hold him, or stay behind him, but, like, kind of hold on to him.
Okay. So, we'll just get all you guys together. And the bandit leads you back over here. And comes here and says, the store here. Now, untie me. Puts his hands out.
We'll leave together, just after we check this place out.
Eikoo's going to detect magic.
Smart.
See if there's like a magical trap or something on the door.
So you can do that, but you need to cast it as a ritual, because you don't have any spell slots left.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a spell slot one, eh?
But Everyone who is a spellcaster who can cast ritual spells can cast it without using a spell slot if you cast it as a ritual, which usually means like 10 minutes longer, or might say how long it takes in the thing. Wizards, the only difference is they also don't have to prepare it,
Hmm.
whereas clerics do. So it's a big advantage for wizards.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to take 10 minutes here to do detect magic.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so after 10 minutes, your ritual stops, and now if anything was magic, it would blow. It would glow. So as you search the room, do a perception check.
As Eikooc, or
As Eikooc, yep, as the one casting the spell.
oh, I see the Matrix.
So you
You see the woman in the red dress.
You see, I assume it was Brynn who picked up the pipe and the scale mail. Both of those items, assuming you're carrying them, you probably have the scale mail in your arms, glowing very distinctly with the color of magic. The pipe itself is also from the pocket that Brynn's hurrying it in, also seems to be glowing. The door itself is not magical. I think
Okay.
how long does that last?
That is an excellent question. I do not actually
Just
know.
cast it with his in with Roll20, and it'll put all the details there. It's
Where
10
did
minutes.
this thing go?
It's 10 minutes.
This character sheet keeps jumping around. I don't know if he has it in his spot. Oh yes, 10 minutes. Correct, sir.
Okay, so the door is not magic. You guys can see that you've picked up some magic items. What do you do?
I believe we should try and open the door and make sure that this is in fact the office for releasing this pleasant fellow. So I'll go and jiggle the handle.
All right, the handle jiggles.
Give it a little jiggle.
Do you open the door?
Yes, I open the door. Sorry, that's
Okay, so you open the door. As you step in, unlike the barracks, the small room holds comfortable furnishings and appears to be well cared for. A comfortable-looking bed in the northwest corner has a wooden locker at its foot. A small wooden table stands against the east wall, with a padded leather chair beside it. On the table, a brass three-branch candlestick with 3 burning candles provides the room with bright light. The candles, though not fresh, are far from spent. Under the table is a small wooden box and an unlit bullseye lantern with a movable shutter over the lens. On a shelf above the table sit 3 books. In the northeast corner is a closed wooden wardrobe.
Well, let's check it out.
yeah. I will.
Might be worth doing another like Arcana or.
So the detect magic is still going. It's 10 minutes duration. So
Oh, okay.
as you walk in, what are you gonna do?
You said there was like a chest over here or something? Box?
There's a bed with a wooden locker at its foot,
That's what I meant. The wooden locker. I'm gonna go right for the wooden locker.
and there's also table.
Tape?
Table.
Table.
And a shelf with 3 books in it.
Okay. I will look in the wooden locker.
You find 12 candles, flint and steel, and a piece of parchment. I'll give you that piece of parchment. Okay, I don't know if that did that pop up for everyone.
Yep, it just popped up.
So this is Brynn reading it out loud. Brynn, go ahead.
Look for the signal. Long, short, short, short. If safe, send signal. Short, long, short, long. Wait for long, long, long before disembarking. Seems to be a code.
Kelnozz, what are you doing as you enter the room?
I'm gonna check out this table for anything valuable.
Okay, make a investigation check. On the table itself, you don't really find anything. It looks like it's been kept pretty clean. But as you're investigating, you find that there's actually hidden compartments under the table.
Oh,
And as you open it up, it is a it's a thick leathery tube. When you open it up, it looks like there's arcane spells inside of it.
can I grab it?
Absolutely, yeah. And Eikooc comes in and says, "Ooh, what do you got there?"
Something that you might be interested in. And I'm gonna show it to him.
This would interest me. You gonna
So I'll pass it to him. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
What was it? Sorry, I was typing some other stuff.
It was Sandbele's spellbook.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Eikooc because it's something that he would like.
Thank you. Brynn, or not Brynn, but Theren, what are you doing?
I'm just with the prisoner, making sure he doesn't go anywhere while the others search the room.
Okay. So is anyone going to do anything else before you're done in the room?
We've searched all the different compartments and whatnot.
I'll search under the bed. Is there anything there?
I'm gonna search for secret doors.
Go ahead and make investigation checks.
Man, my investigation is absolute garbage.
Under the bed, you don't find anything. Sorry, there's nothing there.
Okay.
And as for secret doors, you don't find any secret doors. You check underneath. You check the bookshelf to see if the books are like secret doors, but they're just normal books.
Regular ass books.
From what well, they don't open doors. Are you gonna take a closer look at the books?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the books. I thought that's what Yip did when he received the book.
No, he received a spell book that was in the table.
Well, there you go.
You notice that like the one that you pulled to try and see if it was a secret door is actually a volume of erotic poetry. And it's
Oh, yeah?
fully illustrated. The other one is a naval almanac, and you kind of flip through, and it looks like there's tide times for areas around this in the Coldon Peninsula. And the last one has a picture of a golden dragon face on the top, on the front of it, and it's a treatise concerning the King of Magic, Kaiser. And it's like a history book of him and over the last couple hundred years.
Hmm.
You think that these books are probably worth about 10 gold each. You guys also find a floor-length oilskin coat hanging in the wardrobe, which is trimmed in amazing green silk. It's worth about 5 gold pieces.
Sweet.
The
Yoink.
prisoner turns to Theren and goes, "There's a ship at the bottom of the cave. take that and just let me be. You've had enough. Don't be cruel.
Ship A, where does or I don't
Just
know.
follow the cave down where it meets the sea.
All right, very well. You've been true to your word. I just hope you remember that wrongdoing no longer goes unpunished in this Sylph Marsh. You just have to ask your former master who lies crumpled on the ground over there. I untie him and send him on his way.
You're very mean. Anyway. Okay. Let's take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna go get a drink of water, and when we get back, we will finish up the haunted house here.
Yeah.
Be right back.
We should have killed him when we had the chance. You don't want to leave any survivors. What you got there?
Oh, me?
I hear some drink jingling.
Oh, yeah. Just some fresca?
Mmm.
All right, I'm back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell me more about your wizards meeting, Kev.
We were presenting to Wizards execs. So it was like the Chris Cox and CTO and CFO and all that jazz. It was kind of stupid.
People
but
probably
we had to
don't
do
know
it.
from the YouTube videos.
No. Like legit just businessmen
Of course, yeah.
who don't really know about games that much. But it was just to
Oh, really? That's
kind of checking that we're still on track and everything.
Yeah,
It's part of their internal process
of course.
that they have all the developers come. So we're going to be, and we met with the marketing team as well. We're going to be doing a trailer in December. So that will be the first time it's like formally announced, which is pretty cool.
Nice. In December, so you still got a good amount of time.
Good amount of time, but we need to scope down the game. We promised too much, so that was part of the meeting too. It was like we're not going to be able to do all the things we said we would because we don't have enough time.
Yeah, you were originally going for like 4 different game styles for.
Oh man, it was like way too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been trying to tell everyone the whole time that this was insane, but we finally had like a big meeting and decided to cut some stuff. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough, like being like the voice of reason to some large degree.
Yeah, well, my boss is like delusionally optimistic.
Yeah. Well, I just mean like I'm sure you don't want to sound too negative or anything.
No,
like that.
and I have to fight with people all the time, which is a bit frustrating. But it is what it is.
Just make a documentary about yourself when you're done. You can be the next random guy. That
The Ubisoft guy.
Yeah. You can just film yourself climbing up a hill. That's what you did.
That's a good idea.
It's very metaphorical.
It's the journey. We'll see. It's probably just going to be okay. I feel like it has the potential to be a really good game, but maybe the next one, Companions of the Hull 2.
Well,
There's like so much
the
stuff.
idea sounds pretty cool. I mean, I do think that original idea was a bit much. I also
Oh,
think it
yeah.
just didn't make any sense. Like, whenever you try to make 4 games that are like that, like it's just too hard. Like,
It's way too hard.
it's better to get like a distinct style with a central core way of playing, right?
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's now more like Vermintide. I was able to convince them to make like a Destiny / Vermintide style game, as opposed to 4 different God of War games,
Yeah.
which is what they wanted to do originally.
Are you guys still doing like loot?
Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of loot progression, the skill trees, but also gear.
The gear to me doesn't make a whole bunch of sense.
hmm
And this is
The thing is, you need a meta game. If it's a co-op game, you can't just play through the story once and be done. You need to have some sort of reason to keep playing with your friends.
I know, yeah, and this is very peculiar to me. Like,
Oh, for sure.
this isn't a broad thing, but to me, like, if you're gonna play like a character, right, like
Mhm.
Drizzt to Erden, right, like Drizzt to Erden, he doesn't be like, yeah, this is a pretty cool thing. I'm gonna pick up this sword and start swinging it, right? He's got like Frost and Whisper or whatever, his 2 fucking scimitars.
Yeah, Twinkle and Icing Death.
That's the right dead. Like, yeah, I got it really wrong there, right? But you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't like swap out things all the time. So, you know, to me, or like he's also doesn't start off as weak and get stronger. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's true.
So it's like kind of the video game thing to me that kind of draws me out of it. But I know that there's a lot that goes into hooking players more than just being authentic adaptations.
We're actually pushing further away from the narrative stuff, so it's going to be really much more in line with Vermintide, where it's just sparks,
Are you gonna
or like Left 4 Dead, where you're kind of just like talking to each other during the action.
That is actually, I think, a really good idea.
Yeah,
Like, that is really smart because you have the 4 characters, you have like the dynamic between the styles. Like, that part is really good.
so it's definitely going to be more in line with that.
And I guess like no matter, is it the case where like no matter what you pick up, it's like for Drizzt it's like a sword, or like, you know what I mean? Like, could you have examples of where like Drizzt is fighting with a spear, for instance?
No, all of his animations are with 2 swords.
Yeah, that sounds like a good meeting in the middle kind of thing.
Because I think maybe you saw, or I told you about original pitch, but we had like 4 weapons per hero, and it's just impossible. Way too much work.
Yeah, that to me, like, that could be like really cool like moments in the game where like, you know, like if you think about how Drizzt would do something like that, like it could be like an environmental thing, like a flourish of using a different weapon, but you know, it wouldn't make sense for him to be like, oh, look at this like +5 spear, like goodbye, cherished swords.
Don't need you anymore.
I'm min-maxing. Okay, we're all back?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So, this bandit is left. You guys finally feel like there's a degree of calm in this cavern, this cellar. Although the closer you get to this door with the giant wooden beam that seems to be cracked outwards, the less calm you feel.
Ah.
Wait, which one?
What kind of feel? Like, what about it is unsettling?
So this is a
Yeah.
door that has a heavy wooden beam,
Yep.
Closing
That's blocked off, right?
and when I say it's split outwards, it means that you think that something is banged on this door hard enough to start breaking on this wooden beam.
Is there any like breaks in the door that you could like peer through a crack or something like that?
You can, but when you do, all you see is darkness. There's no light in that room that you can see.
Even with dark vision?
Even with dark vision, there's basically nothing. Like, you see some debris on the ground, but your field of vision is so slight that it's basically just darkness.
Well, then what are our options here? We can investigate what, from I can tell, is just some dark, empty, dusty room, or we can go on a boat.
Indeed, it seems this parchment has the signal to use the boat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So
you
we could
guys
take
know,
advantage of that.
You could do a short rest now if you wanted.
Could we do a long rest in this room?
It would be. You can attempt to take a long rest anywhere, but there are some places where it will be
It's
impossible.
risky.
In this place, it's probably not impossible, but it'll be risky.
Got
If
it.
something interrupts your rest, it'll be interrupted. You'll have to start the 8 hours all over again. And it's like, right now, you'd roughly guess it's like gonna be dawn soon.
Well, let's do a short rest at least.
Yeah, I guess I have some hit
Because we
dice.
can use some hit dice.
We need a short rest for sure.
Okay. Okay, so for the next hour or so, you guys are just gonna take some rest, recuperate, make sure Eikooc does his arcane recovery.
Yes, that's what I'm about to do. I'm going to do hit dice me. Oh, wow, that's a nice roll. And
Thanks.
not missing 12. I only have 12. Yep. And Eikooc is going to use his arcane recovery. Doesn't actually let me just click in. Basically, just gets to recover one spell slot. So I will recover a number 1 spell slot because that's the only one that's here. So when it looks like Kevin has put some red dots on spells, are those the ones that I have ready? Where is the red dot? Oh, maybe he's just marking. Oh, that's just how you mark how many things you've done.
I think that's actually what you're supposed to do for marking what you've prepared.
Okay, I'll leave what he prepared then, which is magic missile and grease.
Okay. Alright, so now you guys are feeling a little bit more fresh. So what are you going to do?
Hmm.
Shall we check the ominous, empty-looking room? Or scurry down to our party mansion houseboat?
Is there any more information we can get from this like blocked off door? If I put my ear up next to it or something like that?
Yes, just 1 second though.
Yeah, can we tell like what has smashed this? Like
You did.
something with
Sorry,
horns or like
Eikooc has 3 spells prepared to be his intelligence modifier plus his wizard level. So just pick another one, Ryan, if it's not
Okay.
clear. Okay, Kelnozz, you put your ear up against this door. Make a perception check.
Okay.
You honestly hear nothing. Like there's nothing coming through that door.
Hmm. I'm tempted to go and check it out, but we'll probably die, right?
Well, I don't know what you expect to find there. We do know that there's a boat that'll lead to perhaps who's responsible for this travesty of smuggling of rugs. I can't abide by this.
What do you do, Kelnozz?
Well, perhaps we should move on. I have no spells that I can use here.
we're on a boat. We're on a boat.
What say you, Isosceles?
Get to the party boat.
We don't need to drag our tokens here. We'll just.
I'm
Head
doing
down.
it. I've gone this far.
Very well.
Theren just teleported through a wall.
Yes.
Okay, as you guys get down here. So stay with Eikooc there for a second.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh no, it's okay. So there's nothing in that little section, but as you get closer to over here, you see the passage widens to the south at this point to form a small cavern. There are 3 bolts of cloth and 5 small casks in the middle of the floor, resting on a piece of coarse matting. Ooh, excuse me, guys. There's more stuff here.
There's more stuff here.
Oh, there's the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, what's here? What's in this pile?
Search the pile.
Yeah, search it.
I just told you guys what it was. It's 3
Oh.
bolts of cloth and 5 small casks in the middle of the floor.
More loot.
I'm gonna put it in the list here. 3 bolts of cloth, 5 casks of what?
More brandy.
Brandy.
Hells yeah.
Brandy.
Let's get crunkified, boys.
Wow, that's something you do when you're on the boat.
You're right. So yeah, I'm gonna actually be stealthy and like peek around the corner and look at the boat to see if there's guards or anything nearby.
There's no one nearby.
All right. Shotgun.
The passage
Um,
leads into a cave that opens directly to the sea. The tide is out at present, and there is little water in the cave, but there is an obvious high water mark 3 feet above the floor. Pulled up onto the sloping cave floor is a small boat, perhaps large enough for 8 people, with oars, a step-down mast, and a neatly furled sail. A rope tied to the bow is being held by a large boulder that serves as an anchor.
When I look out to see it, is this just like out into the bay that we're?
Yes. This is out onto Taden Bay. I mean,
Okay.
all you can really see is open water, but you can kind of tell from where the cliff was, where it would be.
Is
Well, we have
this
no
where
idea where.
our parchment would come in handy.
Well, do I see anything that would be used for signaling about, like a bell or a lamp?
Whistle.
Did I just leave the thing again? Okay, do you see one where you are? No.
No.
You have seen it.
Oh crap! We left something behind.
We have seen it.
Well, wait a sec. Is there a guy that lives in a lighthouse or something?
No. Make a intelligence check.
Ah, intelligence.
Got lots of that.
Okay.
What isn't? Oh,
So I guess either of you can just remember that you found a lantern, a bullseye lantern in San Belay's quarters.
Oh.
Ooh.
did somebody take that with us? All this loot? I'm assuming so.
I don't think I had added that to
I
the
would
loot.
assume not.
Yeah.
You guys didn't remember it 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. I've literally written down every other thing we've got, so.
But it was
Brandy, bolts of cloth, I've got values next to them, like,
But you do
but
remember
not the quest item.
it was a fairly mundane bullseye lantern.
There was a glitch. It didn't have the little arrow pointing down over it, indicating that it was the quest item.
You gotta have those. Otherwise, nobody knows what they're doing. So let's just say that we had picked it up.
Well, or we can go back and get it now that
Yeah.
you've remembered the
I'm gonna say
significance
you
of
did
that.
not pick it up because no one
Yeah, we
here
didn't pick it.
remembered it at all.
Eikooc, why don't you go back and get the lantern for us?
There's something that hopefully Theren you remembered to grab from this dungeon that you would need a boat to carry back home. It was the plate mail.
Yeah, I do have that and longsword.
I have the scale mail, wherever we got that. Magical
Yeah.
scale mail.
So long swords are easy to carry, kind of you can put them on your belt, but a set of plate mail you'd have to carry along with you, and same with scale mail would be hard to get into a bag. So, but you guys can load all this stuff into the boat. It has plenty of space since there's only 4 of you.
Yeah. Party boat!
Perhaps someone should wait with the boat with all our loot in this boat. There are bandits afoot.
Very well. I will stand and guard the boat. Orin
Okay.
and one of you go get the lantern.
Can I, like, stealthily
Hey,
go up
Ryan,
there?
Ryan, why don't we take a quick moment out of character to remind you of that feature that I told you your character has, where you can. Let me see. Do you have your rules up in front of you?
Yeah. Track other creatures?
Let's see.
No, that's favorite enemy. That doesn't mean... Like, natural explorer is what you're talking about, right?
No, I'm looking at favorite enemy. Where is it?
Looking at what?
Favorite enemy. One where you
can
say
detect
humanoid.
people.
Oh, yes, they can detect humanoids. I will go about detecting humanoids while I try to move stealthily back.
So let's see.
It doesn't say anything about this.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I heard that you could do it online. But maybe I misread it.
Maybe that's something that I get
Excuse me.
later?
Oh, yeah, I think it's Primeval Awareness.
Primeval awareness? Yeah, because I hadn't read that part. Powerful link to beasts and land
Yeah,
around you.
you're right. I'm sorry. It is.
Yeah.
It is 3rd level. Sorry. Okay.
No, so I just try and stealthily move.
Okay, roll stealth.
Do 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 do.
You manage to stealth all the way back to his quarters without being seen.
Excellent. I pick up the mundane-looking lamp and light it with one of the candles,
Okay.
and then scurry back down.
You scurry back down without incident.
Excellent. Ah! We now have the lamp. I look at my fellow companions here and say, well, are we going to make this signal? And where do you think we make it? Just straight out into Taden Bay?
Well, unfortunately, we don't know where they're getting their shipments exactly. The parchment mentions a signal. Long, short, short, short. We might have to sail about the bay and see if we can see any
And
signals out there
remember
in the
what,
night.
Remember what Taden told you guys as well.
Oh man, I'm not remembering anything, Borbs. What did Dejin tell us?
Oh,
Yeah, what did he tell us?
your memory
I'm writing
seems
things
to be
down. I
failing
didn't
you.
write that down. Like, I'm missing all these key points.
Well, you've forgotten, I guess.
God damn.
Can I do a history check to remember?
Nope. You don't recall reading any history books about what you heard 5 minutes ago.
Hmm.
What about intelligence? Intelligence. Surely our characters can remember what we cannot.
Okay.
Three of us, we can't remember.
Roll an intelligence check.
Everyone roll intelligence. There's gotta be a smart guy in here somewhere.
Yeah, 15.
Kelnozz, you say, well, you realize that in order for a signal to work with a bullseye, with a lantern, it would need to be dark, right? The sun.
Oh, I forgot what time of day it was.
It is morning, right? You guys can see the sky is still dark, but it's starting to get a bit lighter out, and you can see clearly enough in the water that there's no ships to make a signal to. So it seems like right now is not the time to make the signal.
So we can just wait.
Well, let's load up into the party boat.
Load up all the loot, our booty.
Putting that booty.
Gotta, gotta get the booty.
Eikooc gets in and says, oh, I bet the Salt Marsh would be very happy to know about this.
Indeed. This is a smuggler's haven.
Who's going to man the oars?
I'll man one of those oars.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
is
get
it just
another-
one set of oars?
There's 2 sets of oars. And
I'll take
the
it's
other
all
side.
mast.
I will hold the tiller.
Is that
Steer this
a thing?
jalopy. Tacking! Prepare to tack, Scott.
Tack eye.
So-
Tacking!
None of you guys are proficient in sea vessels, I assume.
Nope.
So, whoever's manning the oar, make a strength check
Oh, I'm not very strong.
with a disadvantage.
Oof.
Why disadvantage? I'm a burly
You're not proficient
paladin.
in sea vessels.
My arm breaks off
Isn't that an 8?
with disadvantage.
Oh, it is disadvantage, of course. Yeah.
The weakest two guys.
Oh, you can't even get this thing out of the sand.
You guys try getting it out of the sand. It just won't work. Eikooc and Brynn get out, push the boat, shake their head at you guys, and then you guys are afloat. And you manage to row out a little bit out into the water until you're able to get enough, until you're able to put up the mast and let the wind kind of take over a bit. So you guys can see that you guys are in the distance. You guys can see Saltmarsh is just a little bit to the south, a little bit to the east and south. Are you guys gonna head there?
Well, what about that shipwreck site? Now that we have a boat, we could go check that out too.
You could, yep.
Yeah, that was Tendon Bay.
Brynn's map has been marked for that.
Okay, let me look at my map here.
It's very small. I should have made it bigger, but
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to zoom in a little. We're going to the shipwreck, and we're coming out of Saltmarsh, like what would be like the southern cove.
just to the north of where the cluster of houses are on the map.
Okay,
And
like
the shipwreck
to the left of the biggest house in that little cove, or like up around the peninsula.
Okay, you see where Saltmarsh is on this map? It's a little thing.
Yeah.
Right? There's like 2 clusters of houses and some fields underneath it.
Yeah.
You're like just above the tip on the left.
Okay.
So the shipwreck is south 2 hexes. And a
Okay.
hex is about a day of walking.
Okay. Well, conveniently, my map shows where the shipwreck may be. Let's sally forth. Stroke. Stroke. Stroke.
So that's
Stroke.
you guys can do this.
Stroke.
It's a
Stroke.
very long distance
Stroke.
with a vessel that's not perfectly
Stroke.
designed for it,
Stroke.
and you guys don't know how to use the vessel.
Stroke.
God.
So are we just going around in circles?
I wasn't listening at all, Borbs. I was listening to the rowing for a moment.
And then you forget what I tell you and ask me to remind you.
Well, that time I legitimately didn't hear. I was keeping the strokes going for our long journey.
I'm just setting up the expectations for you guys to do this.
It's going to be a rough go to make it all the way there. But I assume Salt Marsh is closer, right? Like, it's not going to be that hard to get there.
Saltmarsh is extremely close.
Yeah, so, I don't know. What do you guys say? Like, we own a boat. Maybe we could go to Salt Marsh and find a
perhaps we could
sailor.
go rest for an evening at the inn where we left all of our supplies.
The Wicker Goat Inn?
The Wicker Goat Inn.
Aw, yeah. Okay, so you guys are going to head to Saltmarsh, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do that,
yeah.
because we're hurting.
It's true.
We're in rough shape.
Okay, let's make... okay, you guys describe to me how you guys are navigating back to Saltmarsh.
Stroke! Stroke!
Oh, God, not that again. I'd say we'd probably follow the coast, because it's just around the coast, right?
Yeah, we gotta follow the coast.
But you guys are going to stay on the oars? The 2?
Yeah, I guess we will.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is Brynn is going
Shouldn't
to be...
Eikooc be on one of the oars? Isn't he ginormous?
He says,
Oh yeah, he is.
I'm reading.
Oh yeah, he's reader.
He's reading Sanbele's book thing.
He's got the erotic poetry, but it's
Put
hidden.
that.
It's hidden inside the spell book. Okay.
Try
so,
to read it.
Go ahead.
Did we pick up a book about like the tides and navigation of?
It was tides. Yeah, it was a naval almanac.
Wow. Brush up on our seamanship so we can. You know.
Stroke!
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we understand that part.
Brynn, I'm gonna have you make a
Survival check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To try and guide these guys back as they row, making strength checks at disadvantage.
Oh man, this is not gonna go well.
Would it be better if like you do a help action on my oars, so I can do it with regular strength?
It's essentially
Roll?
the same thing, Scott, because you're
Oh.
rolling 2 dice. Like you and him are rolling 2 dice. You know what I mean? And you'd just be rolling 1 to cancel out his help.
Oh man.
Yeah. In usual cases, I could say in some cases you could do that, where you could either both roll separately or one person rolls to advantage.
I guess it's partly that we kind of stink at we both suck at it, so.
Oh yeah, we're just.
Borbs. So next time I forget something, I actually have a skill within favorite enemy. Intelligence checks to recall information about them are done at advantage.
Okay. That'll be like
Lending itself to
It'll be
me forgetting anything.
Those would be biological facts usually, or like behavioral facts, not names or.
What was his name? I don't know. It's not that specific.
So let's see these checks.
All right, I row with all my strength. A little better.
Big muscles.
Yeah, crazy survival.
Oh, it's only oh, that's a survival check. Yeah, nice.
The waters are fairly rough, and as you guys are rowing there, it takes a long time, and you guys are basically, those of you rowing, are going to take a point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
But you do manage to get back to the docks of Saltmarsh and tie off the boat. This is early morning, so you've seen a lot of the boats coming out for the fishing. The docks are they're not empty, but they're pretty sparse now. Most of them have left. And in the meantime, you can see people are kind of getting prepared for the catches to come back and all that stuff. Here's a map we can use.
Ooh, a Saltmarsh map.
So, if you guys look, you would have pulled in around here in the docks. Excuse me, guys.
Can you flash that again?
Yeah, it's by down here where the main docks are.
Okay.
So this would be the area where you saw Jolan Primewater in his mansion there. There's also a very big red brick building right across the road from his mansion that on it says that it's the place where the Saltmarsh Town Council meets. But you guys don't have to go there right away. What are you guys going to do now that you're in Saltmarsh again?
We should probably like rest at some point, get all of our hit points and everything. And will that clear the exhaustion as well? Doing a long rest?
Yeah, well, as long as it's just 1 point, so you guys are pretty safe on that.
Yeah, we gotta go back to that.
Wicker go.
Well, before we rest for the day, is there like a place in town with like a cleric or someone who could detect curses or evil or anything like that?
Yep. make a investigation check, or yeah, make an investigation check. You ask around, and the first person that you ask tells you that there is a large temple to Lorandra, the goddess of the seas and the rivers, in Saltmarsh.
Okay, I might want to check that out. Ensure this isn't cursed plate mail.
There was another person who needed to see a cleric in your party.
Oh, he's got a bug in him. He's got a grub.
Yeah, I've got grubs.
You gotta get those grubs out.
I forgot about my grubs. Earworm. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo doo doo
Okay,
doo.
what are you guys doing?
We're gonna go to the temple.
Okay.
Maybe the other two could go sell some rugs and such in the markets.
Weren't we supposed to bring this shipment back for someone?
No, we didn't go get the shipment yet.
Yeah, we
It's
haven't
just
done that yet.
booty.
Yeah,
You
someone
guys have the
sell that
silk
shit.
though that you brought back from the house. I thought that's what you meant when you said rugs.
Yeah, the silk. Yeah.
Okay, so Theron's gonna go to the Temple of Lorandra. What's everyone else gonna do?
I'm also going. Something's drawing me there, or keeping me away. I can't quite figure out what.
You passed some kind of medical knowledge text last game that said, or someone told you in the party that you need to get a cleric to take these worms out of you. So
Yeah.
you know why.
Where is the cleric here in the town? Can you ping it?
Yes. So the person who tells you where the cleric's place is says that it's almost far north as you can in Saltmarsh,
Mm-hmm.
and once you see the road that would take you to the graveyard, just keep going, and you'll get to the temple. So it's up here.
It's this building? Okay, gotcha.
So are you all going there, or is it just Brynn and Theren?
I'll go with you.
Eikooc will come too. Okay, as you guys get there, you notice that the Temple of Lorandra is a great building compared to the rest of the town. It's not huge, but it is much larger than most of the rest of the town buildings. And whereas most of the town buildings have thatch roofs or clay tiles for their roof, this roof has a tin dome that shows little dents in it from all the weathering over the years. And all of the just all the decorations, all of the fixtures and things that are on the building are all made out of tin and usually depict fish and hooks. But when you actually get inside the temple, you see much more relatively new stone carving in the wall of the great binding, with the circle of the serpent heads, and a one-legged old man with a long white beard comes up and says, "What brings you to the Temple of Lorandra?"
Well, my good friend here has some worms taken care of.
"Some worms, you say?"
Yes, sir. Look at this hole in my chest. It hurts real bad.
Show the wound. "Oh, you gotta get these guys with fire before they burrow in too deep. Otherwise, they'll try and burrow into your brain."
Well, is this something within your abilities to heal my friend?
"Oh, sure. I can pray to Lorandra and restore this man to his to his rightful health. But you see, I mean, I will need a small donation to the temple.
Do you accept brandy?
I'm afraid brandy won't help me buy supplies for the fishermen and help care for the widows of any lost sailors. Just a few.
Surely brandy helps with all of those things.
Surely just a few golds can be spared to save this man's life.
What say you, Theren?
Is your own life worth a few gold?
Well, yes, it is. Perhaps these fine silks would be more to your liking.
He takes a close look at the silks and says, and then he looks at you and he looks like he is second guessing his well-natured character. He goes, this silk is stolen.
Shit.
Now,
We
I
were
don't
just-
know what trouble you boys are getting into. I think if you want me to cast a spell and help you, then a small donation is not much to ask.
What donation amounts are typical for this type of thing?
Well, whatever you can spare is really all that I ask.
I push 4 gold coins into his palm and say, "Will you take care of my friend and also check if any of my armor is cursed? I'm very superstitious that way, and I don't want to have any cursed armor."
He kind of sucks on his inside of his cheek for a second. Well, I can help your friend, but if you're looking to learn some more about a magic item, you'd be better off finding a wizard. Maybe you could ask Kalidek.
Kalidek, you say? Where can I find him?
No, his house is just in the south end of Saltmarsh.
Very well. Can you tell me, you recognize the silk? Where did it come from?
I heard word of some missing shilk being taken in recent lost ships. To me, this looks like it is the same silk. There's been lots of reports of goods being stolen, and in some cases we've found it illegal shipments. Where'd you find this?
Does anyone know who's behind all these shipments?
Oh, I don't know. I bet you if you talk to the council that they'll have a little bit more to say. And with that, he goes over to Brynn and touches his hand to the wound where the rot grub was. And as he touches Brynn, his hand starts glowing in a, at first, soft, tin-colored light, and suddenly cracks of lightning start coming out around his hand and licking at the wound of Brynn's. And you see, as this tin lightning is kind of, it tickles you, Brynn. It doesn't hurt you at all, but you feel this rock grub crawl through your flesh in your chest.
Oh god.
Pokes out of your chest, and the lightning cracks at it and starts burning it away until it falls away, and you feel a lot better. Like, it wasn't painful for you, but it was kind of gross. And now you feel like you're still tired and you're still, you need a rest, but you don't feel like this thing is parasiting inside of you anymore.
Ah, that feels much better. Please, take another 5 gold piece for your troubles.
Why, thank you. Loranda's blessings be to you. May your catch be bountiful. Now, don't
Alright.
delay. I would go talk to the council. If you ask Eleander Fireborn, he'll arrange a meeting of the council for you. Especially if you tell him that you found some of our smuggled goods.
Eleander Fireborn?
That's right. You can find him usually down by the barracks.
Ah, you've been most helpful, sir. I thank you.
What is your name? I don't believe we made acquaintance before you pulled this thing out of my chest.
Pardon old sailor's manners. You can call me Welgar Brine-handed. And, what are your fine folks' names?
Well, Garb?
Well, that's
Is
my
that what
name.
you said?
Welgarb?
Welgar
Welgar.
right-handed?
Welgar Brine-handed.
Right-handed. Why, I am Brynn of the Isosceles.
Fame.
Oh! You're that bounty hunter that's new in this parts.
The one and only!
Well, be careful around these parts. Plenty of people get in trouble if they mess with the wrong crowd. I'm not trying to scare you, just warn you.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm not trying to scare you, just warn you.
Do you happen to know Jalon?
Oh, everyone knows Jalon. He's
What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he owns quite a few fishing boats. He runs the dock. He's something of a traditionalist around here.
Do you think he can be trusted?
He can be trusted to serve his own interests. But yeah, Jalon serves on the council as well, along with Edda Oland,
Edo.
who's really the boss of. But Jalon, he doesn't get along very well with the dwarves.
Yes, we saw that firsthand out on the dock.
Yeah. Well, the traditionalists in Salmart, they don't like the dwarves, and he's one of the leaders of that group. And they don't like how the dwarves have come here to mine the earth, so they think it's taking away from their own culture. But I'm an old sailor, and I've seen a lot of tides come into Saltmarsh, and it never really changes. Now, if you don't mind, I have my prayers to return to. He starts to turn.
Thank you, you've been most helpful.
Thank you, Welgarb.
It's Welgar.
Welgarb. With a B?
It's a silent B, I think.
Silent B's are a thing. Doubt? And we get a B sound at the end of that word. Duped.
You were very wise, Isosceles.
Yes, your grasp of grammar is most
Suitable.
excellent. Yeah, very suitable.
Very
Well-
suitable indeed.
The other thing is, gentlemen, is this actually the graveyard we originally were looking for, that we went a million miles in another direction instead?
I believe it is.
Yep. Sure is.
Well, we could check it out while we're here, I suppose.
Not a terrible idea.
Weren't we supposed to meet someone at night, though? Or did it
Oh.
say?
Maybe you're right. Let me see here. I'll just consult this parchment. Find me the old graveyard along. No, it doesn't really say about the time.
Well, to be able to see the signals, right? Using the lantern, it has to be dark enough.
Wait, this has something to do with the signals, you figure?
Oh, Scott has a separate parchment.
Oh, my bad. I'm looking at the other parchment then.
Oh no, this is the stained and ripped parchment that brought us to Saltmarsh.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right.
It looks like Nad Gniddup was supposed to meet someone in the graveyard.
Find me in the graveyard. That's all we know, right?
That's true, we don't know when.
Don't know when.
Let's go to the graveyard. Let's check it out.
Do we know who Nad Gniddup was? Or Neophyte Yesada?
Neophyte Yezda was the mage that you guys were hired to kill in your backstory, Brynn and Theren. As for, what was the word you said? The other word? Mazda?
You said Nad something.
Nad Yezda. Oh, maybe that's just Neophyte Yezda.
That's and. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's just a typo.
Got it.
Okay, so we actually killed him too, right?
In the backstory?
Yeah. Neophyte, yes. He was like very low level mage.
Oh, there may not be someone friendly. Well, you could disguise yourself as Yezda and maybe make the contact. Find out what they were up to.
Kelzor would not have seen Yezda because he overheard you guys talking about this parchment. Right, that's how you guys kind of met up, I believe.
What if we describe him in excellent detail?
What?
Really
Sorry, I
do,
went
yeah.
to grab a glass.
What did you say?
I just went to grab a glass of water. Who are we describing?
The guy from the backstory that you killed that we're looking for. Neophyte Yez.
Neophyte, yes. Talked about Solarian sea bass.
Okay. You know what we could do? Why don't
we just completed a bounty on Neophyte Yezda, and we were heading to Saltmarsh to investigate the note.
Yeah.
Found
Why
a
don't-
bounty promising us great riches if we meet a certain character by the graveyard.
It
Yeah,
occurs
what
to you
do-
guys that you will probably also get great riches for solving the haunted house issue if you tell the Saltmarsh Council.
We should probably conclude one quest before
No,
starting
you gotta
another.
maximize the number of quests that you're doing at once, and then
Without turning them
all
in?
the loot at the same time.
Go from level 1 to 20.
That's awesome.
Yes, let's find the. So let's go back and look at the sign and see when the council meet.
Well, we have to find this this fellow by the name of
Edo Orland?
Gillandor Fireborn.
But there was a sign back on the dock that said when the council meets and where they meet.
The sign just said, "This is where the council." Like it said, "This is like the council house," basically.
Yeah, if we speak with the Lendra Fireborn, they'll help us meet, help us organize with the council.
I'm sure once we've just told them we found their stolen shipments of silk, they'll be most interested to meet with us.
Very true. That silk comes back into it.
So you guys want to try and find someone, or Eliander himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're told to look for him near the barracks.
which is, to those who remember, right across the way from the Wicker Goat.
Oh, perfect. We can drop off our extra gear and so forth. And, yeah, go visit him.
Nice little visit. A little cup of tea.
You guys gonna head in that direction?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it. We start marching down the road.
As you guys get to Sharkfin Bridge, you notice that there is there's a man who has dusky skin. He looks like he might be from the north, province, and he's got a bright red silk turban. I'm pausing here because I'm remembering, Kevin, that you probably need to reapply your disguise kit. But he
Yes,
seems
that's
to be
right.
arguing with another man who is in very shining scale mail. He has long flowing it's almost like a bluish purple, and he's got a large nose, and you can hear him say, well, I can tell you that if you join the Royal Mage Army, that a man of your stature would be made a lieutenant, or maybe even a commander, right away. And you can see the other guy just stopping his head and starts walking away, and he says, I have no time for your petty army. And you can tell that all to Kaiser too if you want. And as he walks away, you can see the man with the long, almost bluish hair. He also grips like this kind of wicked-looking glaive in his hand. Just glower at the man in the red turban as he walks away. And the man with the glaive turns and walks away too.
Ooh.
As you guys step over the bridge, everyone but Uki or Eikooc make a fortitude save, a constitution save rather.
Hiya. Oh, that was a disadvantage. So, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at your level at 3 and 5. Okay, so Kelnozz, you start feeling queasy as you walk over this bridge.
Ooh, I don't feel so
The other
good.
two don't feel too well. You notice, Kelnozz, that people are really starting to give you strange looks. They see you and they stop walking, and some of them even turn away.
I think I need to get back into my disguise.
Okay.
I'm gonna be really stealthy and like sneak around a corner in an alleyway.
If you put up your cloak hood, you could probably stealth by pretty easily.
Okay, should I do a stealth check?
Sure. You put up your cloak, and as you guys
Fucking
head
hell.
back to the Wicker Goat and the barracks, you feel really nervous. And every few seconds, you turn to Eikooc and go, Do you think they know I'm a dark elf? And you turn to one guy and say, Do I look like a dark elf to you? And they all just kind of get a little startled, and most of them just run away.
Oh
You
no.
guys get to the Wicker Goat, and across the way is the barracks.
Is anyone following us?
Make a perception check.
What?
You don't see anyone
Fuck.
following you. Okay, so you guys are outside of the Wicker Goat on one end and the barracks on the other end. What do you do?
Let's go to the barracks and get the council.
Try and find this Eleander Fireborn.
Okay.
I start walking towards the barracks.
You walk towards the barracks. The barracks is a solid stone building, but you notice that the bars on the windows that are showing for this cell are made out of copper. All the fixtures are made out of copper. When you get inside, there is an older man with a white mustache, short white hair that's kind of longer on the top than it is on the sides. And he's just sitting at his desk doing some paperwork. And he looks up at you guys. And his eyes get a little stern when he sees Kelnozz. And he says, what does a bunch of elves and a giant want?
We seek the.
All right, out with it.
We seek the assembly of Eleander Fireborn.
Well, you're looking at Eleander Fireborn.
Excellent.
What do you want him for?
We have news of bandits, pirate bandits, and plunder aplenty. I hear you've had an issue with missing boats.
I got a lot of issues, and there's a lot of pirates. Now,
Pirates with this type of booty, and I slap Theron's thigh a couple of times. I mean, this bolt of silk.
he takes a look at it and says, "Where'd you get this?"
Just as we told you, we harried down a band of pirate bandits and came across these stolen wares.
Where were these pirates? I haven't seen any pirates flags flying in our seas recently. I mean, the sea princes are always out around, but I haven't heard anything from them in the last week or two.
Have you been searching the fishing boats regularly? Perhaps they're running in under a disguise.
All the shipments that come in through Salt Marsh are inspected. If this is smuggled goods, then it would have had to have been taken from somewhere outside of the city. Maybe close by. There's something
Perhaps
you're not telling me, boys.
No. I'm super suspicious.
Make a deception check.
You got this. Worst case, I could hit him with friends.
Hit him with the
Ooh.
deception.
He says, well, maybe I was wrong, but and either way, I'd like to have you tell your story in full to the council. Why don't you come here back to the town council hall? Big red building over by the docks. Let's go just before dusk, and I'll have all the members of the council ready.
Excellent. That is most suitable.
All right, now. You stay out of trouble here.
We will.
Absolutely. We avoid trouble.
You're not very convincing.
I'm getting like half a sentence out and being like, does sound like I'm deceiving him for no reason at all.
It's the best kind of deception.
You guys leave the barracks, and you guys want to take a long rest at the inn.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Long rest
Okay.
it.
I
So-
go back just before we walk in. I go my elderly man disguise, put on my like fake beard, and I start kind of like frailly walking in.
You're applying your disguise.
Yep.
Okay. Make a intelligence check and add your proficiency bonus from your disguise kit.
Ooh, how do I do that?
Just do intelligence check and then +2. Okay.
Did that work? Oh, that actually worked. Jeez.
So you start dabbing the powder on your face that makes your skin look a lot lighter. Looks more like the dusky tone that you saw that man in the red turban look like.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys open the door to enter the inn, we will take a break and go for next week.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Does that mean something crazy is about to happen?
maybe. So we will play again, hopefully
Tuesday?
next Tuesday,
Yeah.
and everyone.
Can you give us a hint of what was behind that door? The like
Uh,
barricaded door? Or is that too much metagame?
no, I mean there was some good magic items behind that door, but you would have had to fight for them.
Well, we would have been killed
At that point,
almost certainly.
we can always try and go back.
Oh, you never know. But everyone will level up for next turn, so make sure you are either leveled up for level 2 before we start the next game, or you have all of the information ready to go, so that we don't spend too long. Or show up early if you need to. But either way, level up to level 2,
Yeah.
and we will start off the next game with the council.
Hells yeah.
After the short burst of whatever craziness is going on in that inn.
Well, we didn't even get to see.
No, that's right. Gotta
Mm.
tune in next week.
Well, what I've learned so far is we're not, or at least I'm not great at combat. I kind of get murked instantly.
That wizard got a pretty lucky shot on you. Like, lucky in the sense that you're the only one he could really shoot at. And he hit you twice with his most powerful spell. Right?
I think what I need to do is like throw down a couple bardic inspirations as quickly as possible, and then just
Well,
hope you guys do all the work.
We tried to navigate the thing like guised up, where like Scott would be a better tank for stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
That's true. I was in the back. Yeah.
I was way too far ahead.
We were trying to like get through there without
Well, the other thing is,
fight
It was-
everything, right?
it was a really good idea to go and talk to him like that. Right?
But there's the risk of them like seeing through
Yeah.
Yeah.
working me.
Yeah.
I need to be more careful with that.
Well, sometimes it's the dice. Like, that's just the game you play, right? Like,
True.
sometimes it's up to the dice and you roll well, and sometimes you're up to the dice and it's like it's fucked. So
Well, that time it was fun.
yeah.
But Scott, you are like tank. What's your AC? Like 17 or something?
Well, it's 18 with a shield.
Damn.
Are you gonna start wearing that plate mail?
Yeah, I was gonna get it checked for curses or magic properties from that wizard. We'll fit that in sometime, and then
Brynn
The
would've-
wizards.
Brynn would have told you that it wasn't magic, or not Brynn, but Eikooc, or how do you say his name? Eikooc, yeah, because he was doing detect magic, and that plate mail would have been around.
oh, you're right.
Yeah, So
Okay.
it's not magic.
So he would have known if it was cursed?
You don't know if it's cursed just based on detect magic. You just know that it's magical.
Gotcha.
So cursing, you do need to cast an identify spell, which Nelson doesn't have the materials for yet. He needs like he needs a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces, I think. And either that or you can attune to a weapon, or an item. But when you attune and it's cursed, you're fucked. So it's good
Gotcha.
to identify those first.
Are you going to tell Kevin to level up for Tuesday?
I certainly hope he's gonna listen to this, but yeah, I'll also tell him to level up.
Sweet.
Speaking of which, I will now stop the recording.